Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. I should see what's going on on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today, where we'll be. I don't know. I didn't have a conversation in mind of what we'll be talking about, but we'll sort of see how things roll. How the games I'm playing, how's that going? I would say it's been pretty lucky thus far. Genshin Impact, Xianyan, when new characters come out, and managed to win 50-50 and get her, which is pretty cool. Didn't get many Farazan constellations. I got one Farazan constellation and two Gaming constellations. So, oh well. Hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow at 6:09 PM on Wednesday, January 31st, 2024. But I'll take that over losing a 50-50, to be perfectly honest. So, happy with that. Project Sakai was pretty crazy. New banner out today. Valentine's set. I did one random roll. Literally one, not even a 10 roll. Managed to get my favourite character from that set on my first roll. Sometimes that just happens. It was crazy. my jaw dropped, hit the floor. You might be like, what about Shiny Song? That had a new banner out today. I did 5 pulls to see if I get the Chiyuki SSL. Didn't get her, so that one I'm not really too fussed by. I kind of don't really care that much about Shiny Song, like getting the cards or not, to be honest. And I suppose it's the benefit of everything in that game being permanent rather than limited. Means that I'm not really in a rush for anything. I just sort of throw some pulls here and there and just see what happens. Anyway, that's the boring stuff out of the way. The very niche esoteric things, which only a small percentage will understand exactly what I'm talking about, and that percentage probably not has a reasonable overlap with my friends. It's just like only my friends, my inner circle will even be aware of some of that in the first place. What should we talk about? That's a good question. That's a very good question. I need to finish a thumbnail art. Well, I guess I don't need to finish it until next Thursday, to be fair, but I should finish it because I need to finish this one, because then Railbound, I'm not sure if it's ending soon, but it should be, within the next couple of weeks. I think it's ending. Not so that there's like much of a rush or something. I feel like I should prioritize D&D stuff, and honestly I probably will. Actually, do I have a backlog? I might record something today. I don't know, but I'm probably going to prioritize D&D stuff, because I set myself for a deadline, just being like at the start of February, but probably this weekend. Not like, I don't think I'll do it literally tomorrow. I'll probably be a bit too busy tomorrow and the day after, but this weekend be like, hey, we're starting, calling all actions for D&D, that sort of thing. Then like right now we're in like a D&D beta right now, where like a select few who I've spoken to about this campaign have been invited, and then like on the weekend is when I'll like invite the floor to the entirety of my friend Circle server, so anyone can join if they so choose. I don't imagine anyone else really wants to join, at least not as a permanent person. I opened up to some people just being like, hey, you could join like as a like seldom member, like you join for like maybe for like 4 weeks and then you stop, or like you join like every 6 weeks or something like that, just like as a one-off random person. Then yeah, sure, that totally works. But I'd imagine the 6 people I have right now are the people who are going to be solidified. The bigger question is basically, do I need to run another session or not? Oh, I should not have done this, because Katrina cannot cure the curse if I actually get... I was going to say besmirched, but that's not the right way to use besmirched. Oh, hold on. Have I spoken about this? I don't think I've spoken about this recently, but there was something which my friend told me about, which was basically this vocabulary test or something. Like I can't remember how the conversation come up, and maybe I have brought this up before, but we were talking, I think, about Japanese, maybe other thing, and she was basically, the conversation was along the lines of, what do you think your fluency level is in Japanese? And I always say conversational, because I'm sort of like not sure exactly where to place myself. I've done it like assessments and examinations, I suppose, during university, which puts me at, I think it was like a B2 level or B1 level. I can't remember, using like the official standardification, but like the courses I took weren't like using the official standard like qualifications, I suppose. But I think conversation is about right. Like if you like plonked me right down in Japan, I would survive fine. I could communicate. I wouldn't know how to communicate anything. Like I couldn't. But the way I put it is like, I can't communicate deeply on topics. Like if you wanted to have like a philosophical debate, if you wanted to talk about the economy, I would not know any of those words or phrases. But if I wanted to be like, hey, where's the toilet? Or like, nice to meet you introductions and like have light conversation about things, then yes, I could probably keep up with that conversation. It might not necessarily be like the best wording, and I might be a bit slow nowadays, but I think at my peak, I would say I would say I was good conversationally. I mean, I think probably the biggest evidences of that is the fact that we actually had like conversational lessons in Japanese. Like we had sessions where we just like all came around and it was like, okay, you can only speak in Japanese and you had to have conversations, everyone, let's go. That was interesting. I would certainly say. Certainly one of the more stressful. It is always stressful, I think, speaking another language. You know, my heart goes out to you for those who are living in a country where the main language spoken is not your main language. It is not exactly the easiest thing to sort of go with, you know. Anyway, she I can't remember if it was initially brought up for like Chinese or Japanese or English or something like that, but basically it boiled down to eventually the conversation starting being like, oh, you know, what's your like vocabulary like? And then apparently she saw this like test where it was like, oh, you can do like this English vocabulary thing just to see how many of these words do you know. And I thought that was pretty cool. I don't remember what I got, to be perfectly honest, off the top of my head, and I actually said during the time, I think this may be overestimating my vocabulary, because I think I was probably a bit too generous of me being like, yes, I know this word, or no, I don't know this word, because some of the words I got like a vibe of. I'm like, I feel like I would use it in a sentence correctly, but it doesn't mean I necessarily know it properly or something like that, or like the details of it are wrong, like I got like the wrong intensity of it, which, you know, I feel like in retrospect, extreme exaggeration, I think in retrospect that's probably being a bit too generous for actually saying you know the word or not, but you know, so be it. I mean, we can take a test right now, you know, this can be the honest one, I suppose, again. And you know, we can go through these words together, and I can try. I'll be as honest as I can with answering these words. Although, forgive me if I give myself too much leniency, if I'm too harsh here and there, because I don't know. It's hard to be totally impartial if you are doing it yourself, I guess. Right? Let me find it. I guess we'll just be sitting down. Okay, hold on. Let's So no, I was going to be like, let's deliver this to Rowan first, and then let's do it. I mean, we could do some of these at the same time. Like, you can navigate using tab key and select spacebar. Skip a word, hit tab once again. Okay, take. I obviously know what take is. It means to like grab something from someone. Depending, I suppose, on physically or not. Issue. Oh no, we're doing from. Okay, from. I know. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I guess prepositionally. From is like sourcing. I don't know how you actually define from. I mean, I feel like it would be pretty obvious. I do know what from means. I don't actually know. It's like, how would you define ver? I guess ver you would say is like an article. From is like a preposition originating outside of the source you were talking about. Life is, yes, okay. Like, people, now, time, some, new, man. I'm just going to skip through those. I'm not going to patronize you or myself saying that I don't know what those words mean. Issue, yeah, I do know what issue means. Give, youth, role, country, what, room, food, team, white. Okay, now we got those out of the way. As a native, apologies if you're not a native English speaker and you wanted to know what some of those words mean. I thought, because this is, from what I remember, it was kind of like a long quiz, I thought it'd be more fun to try and get to like the meat and potatoes, I suppose, of the actual quiz itself. So rear, of course, you know, behind. Dwell is to sort of like linger around on something. Survive, of course. Leisure, relinquish is to give up something. Grow, loaf, shame, promise, circuit. I know all of those. Propensity, that's interesting. That's like a tendency to do something, isn't it? Like you have a propensity of doing something. It's like you like to do something. Inbred, well, that's just like a literal like inbreeding within. No, breeding within the same familial tree, I suppose. Valediction. I think this is something to do with. Let me think. With like being not. I don't think it necessarily pertains to being like academically gifted, but like how well you do something. Like your what's the one? Not like your skill level in something, but or is it? Oh, maybe that's diction. Hold on, let's see. Define valediction. I'm not very good at defining these, am I? The act of saying farewell. Never mind, I got it completely wrong. You see, because I thought it was like valedictorian. Wait, what? Valedictorian? Yeah. I didn't realise that meant from farewell. Okay, I didn't know that one. That's probably one I was probably too generous on. Well, I thought I knew what it meant, but it didn't. Eavesdrop if you listen into a conversation which you're not a part of. Perturb. I believe this means to confuse. Or something similar like that. Anxious, unsettled, worry, absurd. Okay, you know, similar sort of vibes. Pimple is a literal like wart thing on your face. Knee pan. I'm gonna guess that's literally like a knee guard or something. Well, that's what I'm imagining. I don't actually know if I know what this is. Knee pan. Hold on. Knee pan reaction. Because that sounds like something to... Before I hit enter, this sounds like something. Not that I can place it. Knee pan. A small flat triangular bone in front of a knee that protects a knee joint. Synonym kneecap. Does anyone call it a knee pan? I've never heard it referred to as knee pan. Is it patella? I don't know. See, this is one where probably at the time I'd be like, yeah, I do know that word. Come on, that's like kneecap. But now I don't know if I'm overthinking it or not. Define knee pan. I don't know if I should count that or not. I'm gonna be honest. It's like it's close. Like I guessed it was something like a covering for the knee. I didn't say it was specifically the bone though. Okay, you know what, let's undershoot it this time. And then I can take the average of what I got this time and what I got last time to see my vocabulary. Carvery, I think this is like a butcher's or something. Like where it's like a place I guess they carve up meat. And then I assume serve it. But I've never really thought about this or too in depth. Quick joints are displayed and carved as required in front of customers. Okay, I'm gonna count that. That seems close enough. Coterminous. I don't even know what this means. I don't even have a guess, to be perfectly honest. Coterminous.
Coterminous.
Oh, coterminous. Having the same boundaries or extent in space, time, or meaning. Okay, sharing the same boundary. I feel like I have seen that word somewhere before, but yeah, I definitely did not know it. Immerse is to like surround yourself with something, like fully and completely. Oh my word. Okay, coruscation. I don't think I know this one. Coruscation. Let's learn some words. A gleam or flash of light. A sudden or striking display of brilliance. Okay, wham. I mean, I guess, isn't this just like a collision sound? Is there a different definition of wham? Okay. Wiper. I mean, that's just something which wipes. Redolent. Now, that's a good question. My guess, because dole can sometimes mean like comedic or something. So, in my mind, I'm just thinking of insolent. So, I think it's something about comedic, but like with a negative connotation, is my guess. Strongly reminiscent of. Oh, it means like evocative. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Wait, don't mark that. Burgeon, I know from Genshin Impact, it means to like, boof, like grow, like really bigly, or like expand. I don't actually know if it necessarily means explosion. Because I was going to say explosion, but I don't think that's true, but let's see. Define burgeon. Where did I just put that? Define burgeon. What? Flourish, grow rapidly. Okay, I'd say that's close enough. Permeability is how well, like, liquids, I don't know if it's liquids or water, specifically, you can sort of, like, go through it. Puffin is the bird. Magniloquence. It seems like a combination of magnificence and eloquence, so I'm going to say particularly eloquent. Use of high flown language. Yeah, I would say that's like particularly eloquent. I probably should have said eloquent. I'm using as in like a flourishy way to speak. You might describe myself. I don't know if I should count that in that sense, but I think that's close enough. I don't know what a carom is. Carom. A cannon in billiards or pool. Strike and rebound.
Carom.
Snippet. Snippet is like a little bit of something. Oh, I gotta go like way faster. Bedaub. It's harder than I remember. Bedaub. I feel like I know what daub means. Like, maybe I don't. If I was to guess, because daub sounds like dab. So it sounds like to dab something with something. Smear or daub with a sticky substance. Does daub just mean dab? Coat or smear? I'm going to say that's not... Ah, that's why I know from Dauber Paint. Okay, I'm going to say that's not close enough. I have no idea what caterpillar is. Shrilling or howling that of a cat. Okay, plushie I do know. That's, of course, like a soft gully toy. Equitation is the concept of something being equal to something else, I believe. Okay, we're gonna have to go way faster. We have 5 minutes, and I have so many words. Regurgitate is to, like, bring up again. Incision is like a cut. Turgidity is like how rigid kind of something is. Histrionics, no idea. Proponent is like of a driving force behind something. Congruence is when something is like related to something else in like a matching way. I don't know how to describe it. Metacarpus is like a bone in the hand, I think. Surtax, I don't know. Desalination is to get rid of salt or something. Non-ferrous is, it does not contain iron. Tarp is like a physical thing often used in construction sites. Bicentennial is like every 2 years. Derisory is like derisive, like derogatory, I suppose, similar to that sort of thing. Clobber, I'm pretty sure, is just to like bash over the head with. It's like a blunt force. Bludger is a similar thing, I think. Formication, I don't know. Decal, batology, I assume it's the study of bats. I gotta look it up. Also, what is formication? It's not fornication, mind you. Formication, I think, is probably the process of something forming, is my guess. Oh, sensation of insects crawling over the skin. That's very specific. Batology. Oh, to be acceptable or legitimate. Okay. Crockery is just like plates and pots and pans. Reminisce is to like think back on something. Oxymoron is like a contradiction or something. Shenanigan is just like, you know, silly antics. Velar. I think I'm getting this confused with Velar, but I was going to be like, that's a material. Velar. We're referring to a veil or velum. Or phonetic sound. I mean... it's also Vila. Okay, I'm not going to count that for me. Kazik, I don't know. Hurst. Hurst I did know. I know it more as a surname than anything else, but... It's Helic. Okay, fair enough. Cloture, I don't know. Bonafide is like... Magnifique. Mesa. Like to macerate something? To eat something? An official who keeps order in court. Okay. Nope. Brumal. I feel like I should know what Brumal is. I'm going to kick myself. Wintry. I did know that one. Kludge. I don't know. But this sounds like sludge. Or something like a big old hit. It was also called the parts to fulfill particular. Okay. Segue is to like lead into something. Barmy is like crazy. Peg is a peg. I don't know why I said div is to sort of like waste time, I suppose, to sort of like diver about, that sort of thing. Dishevel is like unkempt. Bean feast? I have no idea. Cofferdam. Flack, to catch flack about something is to catch like aggro about something, to catch untoward attention, I suppose. Shindig is like a party. Sorbet is a food. Stash is like a hidden cache, I suppose. Monaco is like a different name for something. Vexatious is confusing. Salivary is to do with saliva. Tessellation is a way that things like overlap. The way that shapes fit together. Uxorion, no idea. Malign is to it's like malignant. It's like to do bad things to, I suppose, in sense. Juvenescence is like I'm not good at like explaining and trying to define words really quickly. We've only got 2 minutes left and we still got like a quarter left. Juvenescence is like I assume youth, but for like juvenileness. Like, you know, a state of being youthful. Okay, I'm gonna say that's close enough. Millipede is literal. Insect tuxedo is like a suit. Oh, a really fancy one. Mumpish, I don't know. Mumpish. No, mumpish, not lumpish. Silent. Okay, I've never heard about it. It's apparently British slang. Blurb is like a thing on the back of a book, which synopsis is it. Predispose is like you're already set up kind of to do thing. It's like a predisposed notion. Like you already had that notion in your mind. Ponce I definitely know, but I can't think of it right now. Ponce de cat is what comes to mind. Like a thief, is that what it is? A pretentious. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's not close enough, but it was the sort of vibes I was getting. Wimpy is just like weak. Inculcate, I don't know. Pleach, I don't know. Inroads is like roads which go in, isn't it? not roads which go in, but like roads inside, something like that. How do you describe this? It's a raid? Okay, something which encroach or reduced by something else. I thought it could be literally with some of the roads which are like encroached by something else. Make inroads into. That's where I've always heard it from. It means attack. Okay, I've actually learned that one wrong the entire time. I thought it literally meant. I thought inroads, like make inroads on, was like to lay down the foundations of a road for. That's what the idiom meant, but it's actually to make an advance on and encroach. Wow. Zoetrope is like that animation thing where there's like a load of different images, each of a different frame, and it like spins around. Chopstick is a eating utensil cognizant. It's like to be aware of something. Acerbate, I do know this. Hold on. I can't think of what it means at the moment, but I do know that. Exasperate, to make sour bitter. Okay. I was going to say it's something acidic. Would I count that? Okay, I'm not going to count that, despite the fact that in my head I was thinking it. I should have said it. Courgette is like a vegetable. Permute is to like rearrange something. Acerbic is, what, acidic? Accipiter? I have no idea what accipiter is. A hawk, okay. Discombobulate is to like disorientate. Encapsulation is to like summarize something, like encapsulate the whole of something within something else. Preconceived is like what your previous beliefs or something. Hunky is just like strong, I guess. You know, I'm gonna count acerbate. Sensitization, desensitization is becoming like numb to the senses. So I guess sensitization is the opposite of that, where you become not numb to the something. Hokum is like chaos, I think. Trite nonsense, yeah, okay. Unpersuasive, the act of not being convincing, I guess. Covert is like hidden. Quagmire is like isn't it like a marsh or something? A boggy land, okay, yeah. Natter is to like chat. Snorkeler is someone who snorkels. Sagacious. I know I know this one. I know it. I think it means like elegant or something, right? No. It means wise. I remember because it's like sage. Sage-esque. Sagacious. Something like that. Antediluvian. I think it's like villainous or something. Antediluvian. Biblical flood. Ridiculously old-fashioned. Okay, not evil. Never mind. Wrong way around. Successionist, I guess, is someone who successes something else. How much time we got? We're running way over time. Favoring formal withdrawal. Okay, I'm not going to count that. That's not close enough. Some of these I'm like, I recognize the word, but I can't think what on earth they mean. I have no idea what... Grackle is like... I feel like I also know what grackle is. Oh, it's a songbird! Yes, I did know what that is. Truculent is like, I think argumentative or something. Fissionable, I guess, if something can undergo the process of fission. No time for fissile. Yeah. Tawdry? See, so many of these words I get confused with other words. Like, when I see tawdry, I'm like, is it, like, I can't remember. Yeah, like tacky. Sorry, that's the word I was thinking of. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, in this case, it's actually right. Indolent is, like, it's a bad word. But it's not insolent. It's like you don't do anything, I think. Ducal, I don't know. Is this duxel? Is that like that mushroom thing you make for beef Wellington? A ducal! Okay. Bellow is like a big puff of air, I suppose. A husk is like an empty shell of something. Servility is now servitude, I suppose. Bugler, someone who plays a bugle, I guess. Preponderant. I would guess of someone like something which you think of beforehand, essentially. Predominant in importance. Okay. Slouchy, I guess if you slouch. Nacelle? Like, isn't this like a material for like fingernails or something? Oh, it's outside housing. Okay. Oh, no, that's not close enough. Cinder is like fiery embers or something. Natalie, I guess, is if you talk like really chattily. Oh, and a neat and dream. Oh, Natalie, I see. Okay. Pre-recognition. Fornicate. Well, there it is. Trailblazing. Get result. Had to rush through that. 23,250. I don't remember. I got 20 something thousand. I think I got like 27,000 when I did it initially. So probably that somewhere in the range of 23,000 to 27,000 feels about right. I was rushing a lot through the end there, to be perfectly honest. So some of them I marked when I was like, I definitely would have got it if I thought about it a bit more than 1 second. See, that's the thing. It's like a in between where it's like I can't think of it immediately, but I can think of the vibes, and if I think of it long enough, I will think of what the definition probably is. But it's not definitive, so I don't know if that really counts or not. So somewhere between 23,000 and 27,000. Is that good? I don't know. I think it's alright. Anyway, I'm going to round this episode off here because we're well over time. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.